Oh man, female's favorite, Slim Derry Dope Boy, corporate gangster, St. Louis Money Now, DJ Money Now himself. And welcome to another edition of the Wifeable Podcast, man. Today we got a full house in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like always, man, shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, down for the movement, down for the actual podcast, man. Go ahead, click like, subscribe, and put us in the algorithms, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. But for those who haven't tuned in to episode of Wifeable, before I introduce my guests that we have on the show, I want to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, this is a platform just for, you know, to let other heterosexual masculine men know what's out there in case they want to put a woman in a wifey position. This is a non-judgmental, non-criticism, just for fun podcast, you know what I'm saying, but it's most definitely educational and informative, you know what I'm saying, for all walks of life, both men and women, you know what I'm saying. So this is what we do it, this is how we do it, and yeah, this is Wifeable Podcast. Welcome. So as y'all know me, you know what I'm saying, I'm DJ Money Now. If y'all ain't know it, y'all know it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pass to my co-host, and then we're going to introduce the women, and then we're going to introduce my partner in the building today, too. So with that being said, what's up, Vigilante?
I'm chilling, bro. It's good, everybody. It's Vigilante, mogul, philanthropist, humanitarian. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Wifeable Podcast. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Another phenomenal show. And then I see we got a couple of beauties in the building. So, you know what I'm saying, I guess I'll start with the woman to my left since she on the camera with me. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Jay.
Hello, I'm Jay Mache. Instagram, JAIMECHE_.
All right. And then who we got over there with you, Vigilance?
Hey, I'm Kay Davali. On Instagram is KCAA Davali, DAVALI.
So I know that's your Instagram, but what do you go by?
I go by Dior.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure that way I ain't calling you K and Dior.
They call me both Kay and Dior, so it's fine.
All right, I'm gonna call you Dior.
That's perfect.
All right, cool. And then of course, last but not least, man, got my partner, man, came out to support. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see him on the episode of Female Harlot for sure. But right now he just kind of in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay, what's up, Yana? What's up, y'all? We got Yana in the background.
EP.
You know what I'm saying? We got the executive producer of the show in the building, man. But like I was saying, my partner, man, go ahead and talk to him, man.
What's happening, man? It's J-Boy, Dice Mob representative at Dice Mob on everything. I film for Big Hoop TV, so follow Big Hoop TV as well. I just came through the show to support, man.
For sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, tune into that Female Harlot episode that's coming up next, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a lot of insight from the men in the room, but right now, it's all about the women, man. Are you wifeable? So let's start with some icebreaker questions. You know what I'm saying? I could shoot it over to Dior first, and then Jay, I'm gonna have you answer it afterwards. So let's start with some icebreaker questions. Like start with your name. I mean, you just get your name, but city, state you from, age you are, zodiac sign, what you do for a living, shit like that. All right.
Okay, so my name is Dior. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised.
Oh, time out.
He ain't know that. He got excited.
Wait, you from St. Louis too?
Absolutely, St. Louis, Missouri is my hometown, the Big Arch.
Hey, okay. Hey,
Strong arms.
yeah, hey, I was born and raised there, so I know what's going on.
Absolutely. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a little bit, I'm a real rounded woman, I would say. Like I'm into, mainly my passion is designing clothes for men and women.
Yeah.
But I do modeling and other things that I do. You have to just come to me and see what I can do.
That's real. Did you say your zodiac sign?
My zodiac sign is a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
What month is that?
December. So,
December what?
I'm on
It's got to
New
be
Year's
late
Eve, baby.
December.
December 31st.
31st. Okay.
Oh, New Year's Eve, baby.
Yeah. That's dope. Okay.
Okay.
You right after me. I'm December 9th.
Oh, hey.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's shocking.
Sagittarius.
Damn. What? How did we get there?
We're going to talk about it. It. What about you, Jay?
So I'm from everywhere. I'm a military brat. So yeah, that's that. I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
And I'm more so right now focusing on film and the production of film, etc. So that's me.
Okay. I noticed none of y'all said y'all age, but that's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. If y'all
No, it ain't all good. I want y'all to say it. What's your age?
Dio, how old are you?
I am 34.
Okay. And Jay?
I am old enough.
I love it. All right. So I'm gonna ask this, then I'm gonna go back and forth with my co-host, and we just gonna ask y'all questions. But I do want to know. Let's see. If you had to choose one word to describe yourself, what would it be and why? We start with you, Jay.
Let me think. Creative, because I'm in all facets of creativity, and I'm good at everything. Like, not even trying to toot my horn, but I'm good at anything creative.
Okay, creative. And you, Dior?
One word? Do I have to choose just one? Okay. I'm gonna go with ambitious. I'm gonna go with ambitious.
Why?
'Cause I'm very ambitious. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with ambitious. I wanted to say creative as well because I am a creative being as well, but I'm gonna go with ambitious.
I like
I'm
that.
gonna go with ambitious.
Okay, Vigilante.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, all right. So now we about to get into it. Okay. So the dating market currently right now for both of y'all. Both of y'all single?
No.
Not single? Married?
No.
How long you been in that relationship?
3 years.
3. Is there do you feel like the proposal is coming?
Not right now, but I feel like it will.
Y'all got kids?
No.
I do.
No kids. Okay. All right. When y'all first initially got together, what was it about him that sparked your interest?
A couple things. He's really creative and spontaneous. Like, the first time that we actually hung out, it was going to a random impromptu trip to the beach. And we ended up staying there a whole week. So just little stuff like that. Also, he can build anything. He can play almost every instrument. He's smart as hell. Yeah, just a host of things.
I was like, he's super creative.
Yeah.
And he still do manly stuff. Okay. All right. He willing to roll his sleeves up.
Yeah.
Okay. I can appreciate that. Shout out to him. That's a lost art nowadays.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for that. All right. What about you, Dior?
Ooh.
You said yes to being single, right?
Ooh.
Oh, you got a situationship going
I do.
on.
I have a situation.
Come on, Jada.
Yeah.
I have, unfortunately, a situationship. So, yeah, everything with that situationship is legal. So, technically, I'm single, but because of the situationship, legally, we have to get through what we got to get through.
Okay. Understood. All right. So are you allowed to date in the meantime while that situationship is going on?
I am, but being the type of woman that I am, I feel like that is going to maybe so complicate the situation. If that makes
No,
sense.
that makes sense. I get what you're
wouldn't
saying.
actually fully be able to
Date the way that you want to date.
correct or give that person
Yeah.
the 100% I want to put into that person. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So I got a question for y'all. So like, do y'all actually want to get married?
I do.
I do.
Both of y'all do.
I do.
Okay. So then my follow-up question would be like, how many wives do y'all know personally in y'all life?
Most of my friends are, well, I wouldn't say most. I'll say 3 of my friends are married.
I'm in the same boat. Most of my high school friends, either they married their high school sweetheart. A lot of my friends are married. And in my family, a lot of my family members are married.
Okay. So like,
My mom and dad are still married.
How many years they got in?
My mom and dad?
Yeah.
My mom and dad been married since I was probably a baby. Like out the womb.
and they still married?
Yes, they are in the same house and that I grew up in.
Oh yeah, they got years and they got equity too. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the parents that buy a house early like you supposed to. Shout out to y'all.
So let me ask a question. What is enticing about marriage?
Just being committed to that one person. But also though, I don't like what the government makes marriage stand for though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, I want to be married because I want to stay with the same person forever. But at the same time, we were actually talking about it the other day, like the fact that, and not that that this might even happen, but the fact that if it doesn't work out, somebody is taking like half of your stuff. Half of your stuff is gone or more. If you make more than the other person, they're paying alimony, and they might not have they might have even done anything the whole time y'all were together. So like they're just getting half your shit.
All of that is a contingency. The woman goes into the divorce table asking for that stuff. If she says, I don't want half or I don't want this, then that doesn't happen.
How many women are doing that though?
But okay, so going back to what you just said,
Based on what you said.
based off of what you
Okay.
said, the woman has to want that stuff.
Yeah.
So with you being the wife, you're in a position to do or not do that.
Wait, not true. Actually, we were just talking to my friend at a pool party the other day, and his ex-wife said she didn't want any of the stuff, and the government was still beating it down his throat that he had to pay her.
I don't know if I believe that.
It depends on how much more he made, though.
I think that I to be honest,
He made a lot more than her.
I think that was a she had a and shout out to her, whoever she is. I think she had a public image to keep up, and then behind the scenes she wanted to make sure that she was taken care of during the divorce. If I'm being honest, if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. If you do ask for it, you will get it. And then there's a such thing as a prenup too. So everything that you just named is stuff that can be in the prenup, so that doesn't happen. Legal marriage is only an issue when you marry the wrong person who doesn't want to give you the stipulations in that you want. It can be just like jumping the broom. It's just it's a certificate. Like, have y'all seen a marriage certificate?
Yeah.
It's really just a piece of paper.
Type that up.
You can get that from the big ceremony or from the courthouse. But the prenup, that's the most important part of the entire legal marriage. So if you want to do that, then all y'all need to do is go to this thing called YouTube, and then this other thing called a lawyer, and then make sure that y'all get in the prenup what y'all want to get, so that legal marriage won't be an issue.
But some people don't want a prenup.
Yep, and me personally, you know what I'm saying, as a masculine heterosexual man, I don't want a legal marriage. Like, so I would ask the women in the room, do y'all have to be legally married, or can we just?
I feel like
can we just put y'all in a wife?
I feel like
wifey
if you,
position.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I do feel like when it's a marriage, do we really have to have it on paper? Maybe that falls in the lines with me because titles. I'm not big on titles.
Yeah.
And I feel like marriage is everybody making marriage a title, like a title or an agreement or an arrangement. I don't want to feel that. I just kind of want to, if me and you been rocking for X amount of years and we've been in this 3 to 5 years, we practically already married.
Common law.
Yeah.
We already married. So why do we need validation or a piece of paper to validate our love for each other? I can't fathom that.
I'm with you on that 1,000%, because it's like at the end of the day, like, you know, let's be real, nothing lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the moment, you know, women more likely to do this than men. From my experience, I'm speaking from my experience, that she could wake up one day and be like, I don't want this no more. You know what I'm saying? And be on to the next. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, that's cool. I ain't paying to keep you here. I ain't most definitely, you know, if you want to go, I'm gonna let you go. But it's like, I don't want to lose half of my shit. You know what I'm saying? When you do go, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how the legal marriage should be working and shit. So what about you? You cool with a non-legal marriage?
I could do a non-legal marriage, just for the aspects of what I said earlier. You know, getting half of that stuff, leaving with what you came with is what you need to do. So, yeah, you know, non-legal marriage is cool.
No.
This is a worst case scenario divorce that we talking about too when y'all say this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because ultimately, like, as men, you know what I'm saying, whether the shit work out or not, you know what I'm saying, however long, we want to have y'all leaving with more than what y'all came in with. You know what I'm saying? We don't want y'all to be
True.
like, damn, I asked out what I'm gonna do next. I've been living off you for all these years, and
I got nothing.
I ain't got, so we gon' I mean, we should, as men, we should be able to give you a little sending away gift or sending away. You know what I'm saying? I don't,
Little parting gift.
That depends on why the divorce happened. If fidelity on her side, then that's not what I want. But if not, then it would depend on how the situation was. Because if we were married at some point, then. But you already know about my 50-50 concept. Y'all haven't heard it?
What's your 50-50 concept?
Okay.
I'll break it down to him.
Yeah, I break it down to him. So my 50-50 concept is, one, when I first get with you, because I have an over 800 credit score, we go inside your credit score and we do surgery in there, and then we go ahead and get your credit score up to an 800. The second thing that we do is, let's say that you're paying $3,000 of bills by yourself. Then when you come inside of my situation, that 3 turns into 1. So now you saving $2,000 every month. It's 12 months in a year. So now that's $24,000 I just put right back in your pocket. You take that and you put that into your business, and then we tap into that business credit. Now you got 100,000 over there. And then also, because you're paying half of the bills, now you want the deed. So now all of the equity is in the house, half of it. So if the house appreciates $10,000 a year, 5 of that goes to you. So if we break up, you get a check for the time that we spent together, the equity that's in the home, you leave with that. And then you leave with the 800 credit score, all of the money you got for your business credit, everything that you accumulated, that's all yours.
So
And that's crazy. I think I was just talking to one of my friends about your 50-50.
About mine?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. You know? Like it was, because when you talk to people, you just have random conversations, and you just want to see where their mind, what type of person you're around, what they're like.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just having a conversation with someone like that, and it touched on everything he was saying. So I'm like,
Yeah, these are all pretty basic concepts. I tell people all the time, if your man is not doing this for you, like it don't have to be the exact same infrastructure, but if he's not doing similar stuff like that to put you in a position to be better, it's a manipulation tactic.
Absolutely.
So most men, when they say, I want to be the one to pay all of the bills, they're trying to trap you on purpose. They're trying to put you in a situation where you don't know what's going on with the house, what's going on with the car. And then when he started cheating, what's that, like that movie Enough?
Yeah.
And then when he started doing that, he can say,
Mad Black Woman.
and that too, that's a perfect example right there. Because she literally she didn't have anything, but she was living a rich life because of him. So imagine if he would have put her in position to actually, they could have just gracefully parted ways, and he could have got with the little gold digger girl. And he could have just started his other family. But yeah, that's the signs of a weak man right there.
I mean,
Perfectly said.
I would say I don't necessarily fully agree with everything you just said, because it's like, every man different, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so my next question to the men in the room, you know what I'm saying, that this be first time we do this, but like, how do we identify as man? You know what I'm saying? You got different kinds of man. Every man is different. So me, I identify as an alpha man, alpha king, whatever you want to call it. And then vigilante, what do you identify as?
Sigma.
Sigma.
And
then what about you, J-Boy?
It's more than likely gonna be an alpha. I'm open to a lot, but I'm still gonna lead. I'm open to a lot, but I'm still gonna lead and kind of run my situation. I'm gonna put myself in position to run my situation more so than anything. But when you come to the table, it ain't about me adding burden to you. It's about how you could bring to the table in whatever way you see fit. I'm gonna take care of the main stuff, you know what I'm saying? But on the other side of it, you still got to bring something to the table that helps the situation. It don't got to be the exact same.
Right, I agree, because like vigilance, it ain't about trapping a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm paying the cost to be the boss, like it's just more like shit. She coming into my world. You know what I'm saying? It's my programming. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's my way or no way, and no way is okay. You know what I'm saying? That's how this is how I am. You know what I'm saying? So you different, like where you embrace the 50-50 and with your own stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? Your own meaning of it. Whereas me, it's just more like, nah, I'd rather pay the cost to be the boss, because, you know what I'm saying, you give a woman an inch, she want a mile. You give a woman the driver's license, she want to fly the spaceship. You know
You give a wrong woman an inch, she want a mile. You got to think about it like this, bro. I don't think that there's a Barack Obama without a Michelle. So I look at it like, when you empower the right person behind you, women is like gas in the car. And the man is the car. If you got the right gas in that car, you can go anywhere. So I was talking about a specific type of man that wants to trap a woman.
Okay.
So I don't identify the entire alpha male like that. But when I was having a conversation with somebody about Myron from Fresh and Fit, like there's women out there that genuinely hate him and wish that he would stop his platform. But because, all right, I'm probably going to say this once, because I'm wealthy and because he's wealthy, I understand where he's coming from as a person that I was born in Flint, Michigan, comes from the worst conditions, and then became a superstar in the #1 city in America right now. So you have to talk with a certain level of sternness, and you have to have a program for every woman in the infrastructure for them to come into. So I'm letting you know, as the women that's listening, is that when you come into my program, I'm expecting for you to do a lot more than just the average person would expect for you to do. I have a maid, I have a chef. You can cook and clean if that's what you want to do, but I have bigger aspirations for you. I might be on the phone with Vogue, and they might be like, yo, we see you celebrity box. We want to put you on our new thing of Sports Illustrated. I need you to be in the gym because when they give me that $1 million check and they call me back and then they go, yo, do you know any girls that could do the girl version? Your body got to be ready now for us to go get that $500,000 that they want to give you. So I'm putting you in a position to where we are good because once you have my kid, now you sitting. Lamar's class and back. This is my lineage. I don't need nothing happening to it. So now it's on me. And when you decide that you want to hop back into the workforce, which is ain't got to be no pressure to do it because we didn't ran up a stupid bag while you was not pregnant. Now everything is straight from now up until death. All we got to do is just hand this down to our kids.
Okay. So Jay, I want to ask you something, and I'm gonna ask you Dior after her. Like, define what a wife is in your own words.
The man's backbone, like doing everything that the man doesn't necessarily do, making their life easier, just a host of things, really. But just basically helping to make the husband's life easier so that everyone's life is easier.
Okay. And Dior?
I agree. I have to say I agree. I can add on to it by saying making his life less stressful. We want you to de-stress because we need you to stand up for us because y'all get out there, y'all put yourself out there for y'all women. So we need y'all to stay strong, making y'all healthy meals, making sure y'all got y'all meals. Yeah. So.
I appreciate both of y'all acknowledgement of the fact that still needing a leader and who the leader is. I appreciate that acknowledgement. Thank you.
No, for sure. So, Dior, what qualities do you possess that, in your opinion, that makes you wifeable?
I'm more so like I don't want to say the word rider because I feel like rider is over-exaggerated, but I'm more so the support. I'm there from you when you need me. I'm your support. Anything you need me to do, I'm there for you. I try not to make your obstacles more, how can I say, I'm sorry, guys. It's my first podcast.
No, sorry,
you good.
It's my first podcast. So I'm still kind of nervous.
Give it up for Dior and her first podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to be there for you for anything. I really just want to be your overall support. I feel like me behind I'm your number one cheerleader.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm your front row seat. I'm your number one fan. If you made the touchdown, I'm going to say he scored. You know, if he made the basket, I'm going to say that's mine. I'm just there. I'm supposed to be, like she said, your backbone, your number one cheer.
No, that's facts.
I like that.
Yeah, Money Now.
Yeah.
I was in a 3-point shootout for the celebrity game last year. I mean, not last year, but a few years ago during my last relationship. And it came down to me and another dude. This dude, it was like 10 shots. He missed like 9. It was my turn. I missed the first 2 shots. And my girl was in the crowd and she was like, go, Marcus, go. For those who don't know, my government name is Marcus.
Oh, that's my dude's name.
She was like, she was like, go, Marcus, go, hit. Go, Marcus, go, hit. I hit the rest of the shots and I won the shootout. After the thing was over, he was like, bro, who is that girl up there? I said, no, that's my lady. He said, man, every time she stopped talking, you miss. Every time she started talking, you hit. I said, yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Energy. That's energy. The energy is transformed and transferred. That's how I feel. So if
like that.
You like that? Yeah. So like if you're say for instance we were not saying we're dating, but if you were my guy, if you doing something, I want to transfer all that positive energy into you so you can be great. And then we can come back and you can bring that greatness right on back to the house.
Circle back
you
around.
know, let's keep it in a circle. That's just like family and when you have business partners and friends, you keep it in the circle so everybody builds each other, everybody helps each other. You can't do this on your own. It's not no one man thing here. It's a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jay, what qualities you possess that, in your opinion, that makes you wifeable?
So, I don't know. I do know. So, one, I'm really patient. But on the other end, I got to even work on that because I feel like I don't have as much patience as I could have. And I'm willing to help, like, even the get your hands dirty kind of thing. I'm willing to help build help build a camper van or whatever, that's just stuff that we do. So I'm willing to help do that. I'm willing to find ways to fundraise so we have the funds for certain things and I have to come out of pocket. Just a lot of things. And I'm really good with kids. So
I like it.
there's
I like
that.
Do you know your man's vision moving forward? What
Yeah.
does he want to do?
So I know he actually wants a production company, as well as a whole bunch of other things. But the production company is one of the big ones, and a truck company, CDO 18-wheeler truck company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he's working on right now.
Primarily or on the side?
Primarily, what he's doing now is working to build that. He's ex-military also, and then he's also looking for housing right now, like an actual house to buy or whatever. So he's in the market for a house. Those are his big 3 goals right now.
And currently, okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect. That's perfect that you know that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
You want to ask a question?
No, that was it right there.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if she knew. Well, you know what? My other question would be, with your baby father, what do you feel went wrong?
Ooh.
You can start wherever you want to start. I know that gets deep.
Put him on the spot. Put on the spot.
Okay, so I did say I wanted to be perfectly honest because I want the world to get to know me, who I am as a woman, and we can grow together. So I will say, y'all put me on the spot. Okay, I will say that I was young, and he was into the streets, and I feel that once he's in the streets, they kind of got you. Make it a long story short, he is deceased.
My condolences.
And no longer here. So I think now that I'm older, I have, had my fair chances of what I won't go for and what I will accept and what I won't tolerate, what I will tolerate. I have learned now I don't even see those type of men. So I think that comes to a place for me being where I was back then versus now. But I will say the streets. It's really the streets. Like the streets get our men and then they chew them up and spit them back out. And then they leave families hurt in the long run. And then me as a mother, I'm a single mother, I have to rebuild that. I have to rebuild that confidence in my kids and my men. I have 2 men. So I have to raise these 2 men.
Oh, you got 2 boys?
I have 2 boys.
Okay.
Yeah, both of them are young men, young stallions, young kings, all of that.
Yes.
So I have to kind of raise them. And I know as a woman, I can't raise a man. I need a man to help me with a man. That's how I feel. I have both of my parents in the house. So my dad helps me with that part of the kids. But as far as that, the streets took them. And I just really wish, that I didn't have to, unfortunately, go through that unfortunate situation. But, hey, it's there.
No, that sounds like a whole lot of St. Louis shit.
Pretty much, yeah. You know how St. Louis is. It's dog-eat-dog type of, it's just crazy stuff. And it's hard to come out. I know it's hard to come out. But when you get out, stay out. Like, when you get out, stay out. It's not easy coming out of St. Louis.
Nah, for real. Nah, that's real. So, I want to ask y'all, the women in the room, starting with you, Jay, what is your love language? And are y'all familiar with the top 5 major love languages? And basically, if y'all are, rank y'all top 5 from most important to least important.
I don't know that I know all 5, but I know that my
cool.
love
I could run them down for you if you don't know all 5.
Yeah.
So you got physical touch, you got gifts, you got quality time, you got words of affirmations, and you got acts of services.
Oh, I did know. Okay. So I would say physical touch is number 1.
Okay.
Gifts is number 3. Words of affirmation, definitely number 2.
And you got quality time and acts of services.
Ooh, I lied. Quality time, number 3. Gifts, number 4. And then you said acts of service?
Acts of service.
Yeah, that would be the last one.
Okay. What about you, Diwa?
Ooh, she hit my order.
For real?
I'm
was
with
your
you,
order?
sis. She heard my order. Yeah, because I was sitting here in my head like, yeah.
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 I want to do an experiment right
Yeah.
quick. Same question to you. in the order.
I'd say the quality and access service is 1 and 2.
That was my experiment right there. You don't even got to say the rest.
They go hand in hand for you.
Yeah.
I listened
They
to
go
them
hand in
too.
hand for you too.
The purpose of me saying that was every single show that we do, women always put words of affirmation and either gifts or the other one, 1, 2, and 3. And men always put quality time and acts of service, 1 and 2. It never fails every show.
I mean, it's mine. You know, like my first one is gifts, and then it's acts of services. Then
Gifts
physical
is
touch,
gifts
quality
is
time.
like a form of act of service.
Yeah, it could be.
So
Well, see, for me, access services could be things like you was walking through the mall and you saw a shirt that I might like, or some cologne that I might
that all
like.
goes hand in hand with
Right,
gift
right.
and
Yeah.
act of service.
Right, but specifically not just gifts. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying gifts is 1. I'm more in the variations.
you tread in the line of it.
Right.
So yeah, the purpose of me saying that was that for the people listening,
Yeah.
that is where men and women miss each other 90% of the time. That's where we miss each other. Is the fact that men want quality time, acts of service. Women want words of affirmation. What's that other one I keep not saying?
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
I mean, I think everybody wants physical. I mean, not
Yeah,
everybody.
physical touch. I have to
But
tell
it's-
people like,
but
don't
it's-
touch me because
but
like
it's all
that's
five.
my like, don't touch me. That's my love. Like, and some people be like playing with it, thinking that it's a game, but I be like, no, like you really can't like touch me in certain ways because that's my like I'm gonna respond. I'm going to naturally. I'm going to be. I'm going to respond. So you have to. Sometimes I just say just keep your
Hands
just
to
keep
yourself.
your hands to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but like, you know, if the energy there, you know, the connection there, the chemistry there, you know, a man like me, I
You
can,
saying it's gonna happen regardless?
He gonna do it regardless.
yeah, 'cause-
Touching.
It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope because with us men we have a different parameter that we live by in life. If you touch a man the wrong way, you're not going to get the cops called on you. You're not going to have paperwork filed against you. And once that's on your name, that's on your name forever. So as much as more men want to put physical touch higher on their list, they can't due to legal practices. We get lied on every single day about what we did and did not do. I don't know if y'all ever knew that.
no, I mean, they,
No, I know.
they're worried, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
And it's crazy.
and so with me, like, my number one used to be physical touch. And then, like, but like, and I guess it depends on who you actually, like, fucking with, too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fucking with somebody who, like, I think every man should have a woman in their life they can't keep their hands off of. As in, like, does you always, like,
That's
you know what
real.
I'm
I
saying?
know that's right.
That's
'Cause,
real.
you know, I want to
That's
be all over my man. I want to be like, ooh, come here, baby. You look fresh out the shower. Let me see what it look like. You know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
I wasn't expecting that. Nah, it's all good. I ain't mad at you. You dressed for the occasion.
Not the occasion. No, but and then vice versa. I feel like every woman, you know what I'm saying, if your man ain't all on you like that, something wrong. Because it's like he might not be attracted to you, or he might be on the other side of the fence, or he might be got somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that he rather be all over. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, at the end of the day, I feel like, and I want y'all to chime in on this too, is sexual chemistry the most important thing in a relationship?
The most important? I don't think so.
It plays a part.
Because I feel like you can build sexual chemistry too. Luckily, I didn't have to go through all that. But with a prior relationship, we kind of had to build it because it wasn't there at first. But when we started liking each other more, then the sexual chemistry got better, I feel like.
Was he ugly?
No, he was. Oh, no. I didn't. All my exes look the same as my current.
Oh, you got it tight.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Insert name here.
Nipsey Hussle. They all look like that.
They all like
a
Nip.
different version of.
Okay, I see.
Okay, yeah, I can already picture.
Picture, yeah.
What about you, Dior? You is sexual chemistry like?
I feel like if the first 5 seconds of you talking to a man, you gonna know if the chemistry is there or not. I kind of feel like it's there. It comes within the first 5 minutes. I'm saying not first 5 seconds. The first 5 minutes, I'm gonna know in my mind, like, am I gonna go there? Am I not gonna go there?
So you gonna know from 5 minutes that they got
Yeah,
a
because
dick,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna. I mean, not you put it like that. I'm just
and
saying.
that they have rhythm or don't.
I'm not gonna say if they have rhythm, but I'm just saying as a woman, then don't take it this the wrong way. I'm just saying as a woman, we already know if we're gonna take it to the next level with that man or not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know. Like, I don't have to talk to you 2 days out of the week or texting 5 days out of the week to say, oh, yeah, am I going to do this with this person?
Right.
I already know because I gave you my number. We already talking. I just want to see where you at with it, like what and where you stand, where your mind at. Do you have goals? Are you trying to do something? Because one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be interested in someone who's not doing anything. I need it put into me so I can put it out to you. So I just feel like I'm a no. So, and if we have, like you said, and there has been some times in the past where I've dealt with a man where I had to build that. Sorry. I had to build that up. But
What do y'all mean when y'all say build it up? What does that mean?
meaning it takes, like, you learn, it's like learning. Like, oh, I like this, and oh, she don't like that, or he don't like that, so let me do this.
Oh, you mean in the bedroom, or you mean like the chemistry
Overall.
to get there?
Just chemistry to get there, like what he likes and what he don't like and what she likes. And I'm not talking about the bedroom, just building that chemistry.
Oh, like that. So that connection y'all had to, like, instead of it being organic, it had to be manufactured.
Yeah, for that
All right, you had to put it together like Legos.
Yeah, like, I had it.
I kind of feel like you really ain't supposed to get to that level until the
Yeah.
chemistry there anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm starting to talk to a chick or whatever it is, I ain't really pressing sex, right? But when it get there, it's gonna get there organically, and I'm more so on that type of time. But if you gotta like talk myself into getting to the point where I'm straight off of that.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So based off what I said, you already know if you like that.
I don't.
No.
No, it's not like that for me though. It's not like that. I know what I'm interested in,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Well, we know what the over. If you get to the point where that works out, you know that's part of it, right? So
Okay.
that's not something I'm considering. I'm considering, do I actually like the person?
Absolutely.
You know, that's more important to me than the actual, fruits of
Fruits of the labor.
You'll get that regardless of the point, you know what I mean? But what do you want in between there? You know what I'm saying? Do you want headaches consistently on the way there? Or do you want fun on the way there? You know what I'm saying? So
My boy is master sexual discipline. Good job, man. that's when that bag come next. Yes, sir.
So I want to ask the women in the room. All right, so since we got that out the way, because like for me, I've been on both sides, right? And basically what I want to ask y'all before I share my story, is it fair or is it safe to say that those guys that y'all had to manufacture that chemistry, or it was like he cold approached you weren't really checking for him, and it's like, oh, okay.
Bingo.
I don't know. I gotta get this on camera. Okay, so bam, it goes to what I preach on Female Harlot. Just a little shameless plug. Make sure y'all tune in. Blah blah blah. But man, fellas, female harlots, please. I'm looking at the camera. Please don't cold approach women, man. If they want you, they gonna put themselves in your orbit to where they gonna roll out the red carpet, open them doors for you. Like they gonna make it so easy for you to interact with them on that level. You know what I'm saying? So when you cold approach a woman, you know what I'm saying, it's like now you gotta jump through flaming hoops with gasoline drawers on just to get them to like you on some. They might not even give you head. I might let you fuck, but they don't want to suck your dick. Whereas,
Oh, my God.
on the other end, when a woman put herself in your orbit, and as a man, you know what's going on. Like, okay, she gave me that look, man. Hold on, let me see what's up. You know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Then bam, you know what I'm saying? You getting all the little freaky perks that come with her. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Every woman got some freaking. It's either gonna come out for you
or for somebody
it's gonna
else.
come out for him, or it's gonna come out for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I that one is kind of a slippery slope, man, about the cold approach
yeah,
one.
because you got a cold approach sometimes.
It depends on what's your definition of cold approach. It depends on what your definition of that is. What is your definition of cold approach? Whoever want to answer.
I put it like this, right? Cold approach is just you seeing something where there's some sort of interest that makes you want to go approach it, right? But also, I'm not the type for just flat out cold approaches. I'm the type for cold approaches with energy, right? So if there's I give you an example. Yesterday, I think maybe I was at the gas station and the girl was coming out, pretty little woman, bow-legged. So I tell her, look, miss, I ain't seen bow-legs like that since I was a jit, because when I was a shorty, I had to wear the little boot. She smiled, I smiled, I went on about my business, pumped my gas, she pumped her gas, right? But I'm sitting there for a little second getting myself together, And I, for some reason, feel like the girl want to talk to me. I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah, the hunch,
I
yeah.
look up, she looking at me.
Yeah.
She look away. I say, okay, cool. I chill. I don't say nothing though. When she getting ready to pull off, she spin the corner and turn her car the other way where mine was and wave at me on her way out. So I said, oh, okay, that's what she wanted me to come
I
talk
want you to
to.
talk to her.
Right? So that's what I mean. For me, cold approaching with energy is where I'm at with it.
See, but like, let me tell you this, J-Boy. Cold approach, my definition, to answer your question, from my point of view, cold approach is, all right, I'm going into Walmart, you know, Walmart don't sponsor this show. I shouldn't have said that. Fuck Walmart. But
Into a store, into any store.
Yeah, I walk into the store, you know what I'm saying, get my groceries or whatever I'm getting, you know what I'm saying, and then I see, for example, since you
see Dior, yeah.
I'm
she in there. She dressed like this? Yeah, all right. You
use that as an
in there dressed like this.
So I see Dior, you know, and I seen it from the back, and I'm like, damn, that ass fat. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an ass man, so I'm like, okay, you know, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Then it's like, at that moment, she look at me, she busy doing it. She ain't checking for me, ain't give me no energy, ain't give me no choosing signals of, you know what I'm saying, to let me know she interested. That's a pure cold approach. Whereas a warm approach, a lukewarm approach.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, you know,
I got you.
Okay.
So I'm saying stay away from cold approaches.
Yeah.
Now, if it's lukewarm, if it's warm, even if it's you better approach if it's hot.
You better approach if it's hot.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So basically, like the sexual chemistry will be there if it's not a cold approach. If it's a warm approach or a hot approach to where a woman, you know, give you one of these or wink at you, you know, smile at you. I mean, it's the most attractive women do it in very subtle ways. You know what I'm saying? And I be talking about this, you know, outside of this with, you know, other men and shit like that. But like a woman could smile at you, like it could be a smirk, it could be, you know, she could show some teeth, but it's still a somewhat sign of interest to where like she just ain't gonna put herself out there and be like, oh, I want to suck your dick right now, put it out. You know, she ain't gonna do that shit. She gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, like
It's gonna be very subtle.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got those less attractive women who will approach you, grab your dick, and want to pull it out right then and there. And you're like, damn, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
so to take it to another extent, though, of what you were saying, though, how is it? What makes it easy for a man to read signs about a woman that's going to become wifeable if that's the signals they send? And some men can't read. You know what I'm saying? And that's in every aspect, not just book in general, but like they don't know women. They don't understand women's language, how they speak, what they, you know. So there's a lot of people I talk to sometimes too, and I'm like, yo, you don't really have to speak to women. Women will tell you everything without you saying anything.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got to do all that talking before you even find out anything, you're not on the right path. You know, but with y'all, they make so many stipulations to how to be approached and how to do this and this and that. So I had this conversation and I was breaking it down. You know, like when you do a search for something on the internet, the more filters you add to it, the less results you get, right? So when you ask a woman what they want in a man, they have this list
that
of
imaginary
things,
list, yeah.
right? And then you got to think about the pool that y'all got to draw from, right? Y'all already outnumbered in terms of men to women.
Yep.
Then you factor in the other
homosexual men,
right? I didn't know how to say
and
it.
then
So
the incarcerated men,
right? So that,
and then the men that are not your type,
and then
the men that don't make the money you want to make,
and then
and then
now you look at what you want to choose, and you want faithful, and then you want faithful,
and then you want monogamous. I already know where you're going,
right?
Man. So I've been a superstar for 13 years. I know how this goes.
Women sit here and
I didn't heard this.
I need this, I deserve this, and I'm like, go find it.
If I had a quarter every time,
you feel me? So it just in terms of being wifeable, when they ask that question, like when you ask it, a lot of women don't make themselves available enough to be wifeable. Like, so if you put yourself out there like a bill every time, men are not attracted to bills. Oh, in order to be mine, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this for me. And it's like, okay, so you let me know how much I got to do. What do I get out of it? I asked this question to somebody recently, and the answer back was like, listen, if you're telling me I got to do all this just to be with you, this is what I get. That's a bill. Yeah. I don't see the benefit in that. Before we, like me, I'm a conditional type of person, right? So if we rocking, we rocking. It's more gonna be conditional than, not conditional, unconditional. I'm sorry, I'm unconditional. So we in, we locked in. But in certain situations like that, if I'm the one that's up and you not as up, and I'm the one doing all of that for you, what can you do for me? Then how is it unconditional? Because sometimes they just look at what they can gain out of the situation, not what they can provide to it. You know what I mean? And you as the male or the person that's providing, you're so used to doing and doing and doing, you don't really
Doing.
look at it, and
Yeah.
then you really assess the situation
Assess
in
it
general
later.
and go,
Yeah.
well, what am I getting in terms of love and my energy, what I need from this situation, and it's not there. But when you make the changes, that's when they start to say you're the person.
You're the one who switched up.
Oh, why you acting like that? Why you
There we
this?
go.
And it's like because they can't take advantage.
How do I
of
know
it
this?
No more. You know what I'm saying? So
Seem
No,
like-
and,
seem
and
like
what
I've
you
been
saying
there.
is you talking about a specific type of woman that'll never be wifeable.
there's a few that merge together though within the traits. They share traits.
Talking about with those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the traits that they have that are on that side instead of that side are going to make it not sustain.
Right.
It's marriage is so. What's the longest relationship you've been in?
Oh man, I'm stepping out of 17 right now.
17 years.
How old are you?
Yeah, I know. My wisdom there though now. I'm
I think
stepping
she had a
out
question
of
for
17.
you.
Yeah.
Like 40 almost?
Huh? I'm 36.
36.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all was with each other. That was your high school
I'm
sweetheart?
37, no.
It was after that?
21. My son was born 21.
21.
When I was 21.
Oh, when you was
My
21.
son was born when I was 21.
21. Okay.
Right now he's 16.
Got you. So,
So I'm
yeah, those.
in. I done been in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You was in.
5 before that. I think 5-6 years before that.
Before
so
that
I really only know like 2 relationships.
You a relationship dude.
Not really though.
You not?
Outside of that, and within there, but I'm like where I give my time, and because like I said, I'm an unconditional person. When I lock in with you, I lock in.
Locked
with you.
in, yeah.
You feel me? So the people that are around me or I value that way, I
Yeah.
don't really let too many people in that space.
I can feel
now we
that
can
from
kick
you.
it and chill, and I'm an energy person, right? So I rock with you as long as the energy let us get to that level.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't sustain, because I'm a one-way person. Right, I'm gonna be the way I am because that's who I am.
That's who you are. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're not gonna get up tomorrow and be like, "Damn, why J-Boy acting like that?" Because no, I'm this way.
You have
But when-
continuity.
right? But
Yeah.
when people aren't that way, because
It throws you
if-
off.
right? Because if I start rocking with you, right, I'm rocking with you because of the qualities and the traits that you portray and your
Yep.
character that I see from you. But if that character and that stuff changes, you're no longer the person that I know,
Yeah.
or the person that I was okay with being around me. So I got to be fluid and change with that situation,
Yep.
or else I'm putting myself
Yep.
in a situation to not be in what I like.
Yeah.
What I'm comfortable with being around. So I got to make sure I'm monitoring consistently the energy that's around me.
That's the
Just like I'm an Aquarius too, so a lot of the things are similar. You know what I'm saying? The other question I did have for you though was, does your mate's sign matter? Like, are you the most compatible with the person you're with now than
So-
people previous?
All but one of my current and all but one of my exes were all Libras. And we're supposed to be the most compatible. I literally have a type, and I don't even be trying. It's always someone that plays instruments, was ex-military, and is a Libra. Every time.
The whole list?
Every time. Yes.
And look like
And
milk.
I don't even,
It got to be like a
Clone.
manufacturing plant.
Some clones out
Yeah,
here.
it's something going on.
Like-
It's a get out situation.
So, no, I wouldn't. I'm not really even big into the signs. Like, I know I'm an Aquarius, and I know what people say about it, but realistically, any of those characteristics could be any one of us. So, but I just
appreciate
happen to, lean towards Libras. Yeah, so no, I don't think.
So if you're dating two dudes, like not sexually, but just like you go on a date Monday, then you go on a date next Friday. You go to a nice movie, and you go to a nice dinner. One of them say they're a Libra. He got leverage.
You got the chance. what about you, Dior? Like,
Anything but a
answer?
Scorpio. Anything but a Scorpio.
Anything but Scorpio?
what about you, Dior?
I'm not. I don't think so. No. I don't think I'm into signs. I mean, no.
Okay, all right. Nah, I'm big on astrology, man. So me, I be trying to like, what? Cause like I go deep with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit, hey, whether y'all know it or not, that shit real. You know what I'm saying? So,
The character traits, I like to look into the character traits. A lot of them are, I just like to see how accurate they are with the people.
Me too.
That they coincide with, and for the most part, they're very spot on with those people's character traits.
Yeah.
but it's different though. As you get deep into astrology and all that other stuff that's out there, like what I'm saying, like, I'm a spiritual person. So, for example, like I'm a Cancer sun. It's my sun sign. And a lot of people try to throw all Cancers in the same box, but I'm a Aries moon and I'm a Virgo rising. So I got water, fire, and earth. You know what I'm
All
saying?
the elements.
Yeah. Whereas some cancers are Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and rising whatever. But that's why they be so moody. You know what I'm saying? Because they mostly water and as the
Oh,
seeds-
got you. The
know what I'm saying?
ratios are
Yeah.
different based on
My
okay.
ratios are messed up. Then I got Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, and wait, Cancer. Yeah, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius.
See, I ain't never go that deep
it
in
was.
terms of the.
My ex made me do it on that app. That's the only reason I knew.
So what's yours, Vigilante?
I didn't care then. I don't care now.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. It just don't matter.
What was it?
It was a of course I'm a Sag, and I wonder if I still got that dumbass app. And I don't remember. I don't remember.
I ain't never do it.
Oh, I'm just not into signs. I agree. I'm very spiritual, intellectual, spiritual beings. Those signs are symbols, I guess, conscious minds. But I'm not into the signs. I do get your point of perspective, but it lets you kind of know the characteristics. But what I disagree with you is you can have the same sign and they are totally
extremely
different.
I'm telling you.
It could be totally different. So can you really go off a sign? I don't really think I can because I'm a Capricorn woman and I dated a Capricorn man and he is totally different.
No, I mean I get
Like-
that, but that's why I say it's deeper than that. Like, all right, y'all sun signs might be the same. Everybody's sun signs, I mean that's what everybody. You born in this time, this your sun sign, right?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I
but
see
the
what you're
elements
saying.
make
But
up
the
a
moon-
different type of sign.
You
that
got to download
are.
that dumbass app so you can figure out what his reasoning was for being opposite of you,
Yeah.
and then you'll see it in there. And then if you still don't get it, then just call.
Yeah, he gonna break it down to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't no expert, but I know a little something. So question for the ladies. I want to know, what do y'all value most about a man? And before y'all answer that, if y'all need help, as in like if something don't come to mind right then and there, I have like a couple of lists of pairs that I could throw out, and then whatever stand out to y'all can
Yeah,
say.
do that. Throw them out.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start with Dior this time.
I was going to automatically say his mind.
I ain't even throw them out.
I know, but that was what I had.
No, you say his mind.
Yeah, his mind. His mind. The mind is a powerful thing.
The
The
most
mind.
powerful thing. Yeah.
The mind. I want to understand your mind. I want to understand how you think because, say, for instance, go back to that marriage thing. If I want to be able to think like you, but be the woman of you.
You go.
Like, my mind and your mind is the same mind, but it's not the same mind.
That's a fact.
So I want to say his mind. I mean, you can have a man's heart all the day. I want the mind. Because with the mind, that follows. It falls all into line.
I like that.
That's a beautiful answer. That's a very wifeable trait.
Okay, and then for Jay, I'm gonna throw out the list, and then Dior, if you hear something on this list that's other than the mind that stands out too, like, ooh, I should say that. Feel free to say it. So you got like I said, they pairs. So I'm gonna do two at a time. So you got education and degrees, you got money and stability, you got looks and digging stick, you got masculinity. You got masculinity and energy, you got wisdom and understanding, you got honesty and sense of humor, you got confidence and leadership, or ambition and drive.
So you said only pick one, or
I mean, just
Okay.
whatever came out to you.
so education. I mean,
No, don't speak on the stuff you don't. Speak on the stuff you do value, like that one prayer.
yeah, I really value education, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a college education.
Okay.
So, because there's people out here that are way smart that never went to college. So there's that. Of course, attraction and digging stick is important. Let's see. Them being driven, because I want them to want to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think those are the biggest ones.
Okay. Anything stood out to you, Dior?
The wisdom and knowledge one,
Yeah.
that one, because that fall in line with my mind.
too.
What was the? That's another one you said.
I could just run.
Can you
down
read
again.
them over for me?
Yeah, education and degrees, money, stability, looks and digging sticks, masculinity and energy, wisdom and understanding,
Oh, stop right there. That masculine energy.
Yeah.
I need that.
She said, I need.
I need that 100%. I need that masculine energy because at the end of the day, I am a woman. I need that masculine energy. I cannot operate without a masculine energy in him. Like that gives me that, oh, baby. That gives me that bass in the back of your car. That's I feel like that's that boom boom.
Yeah.
That masculine energy is that bass for me. So yeah.
Yeah, that basically that masculinity do it for you. You know
Yeah, that makes it be like,
But they say that though until they can't get their way.
no.
That's for the wrong woman. That's when you in the wrong situation.
Okay, cool.
You got to understand what she just said too about it, the mind.
No, for sure. Like, so if you go to backtrack, right, and I wanted to ask that question too, but y'all don't find it offensive to say that a woman is basically a male's assistant, right? Because everything y'all saying basically leads back to, right? If you have a structure, you got a general manager and assistant general manager.
Yeah,
They
that's
both
why we
run
say
it,
we your
right,
backbone.
right? So for y'all don't find it offensive, but a lot of women, when you say something like that, they feel like that you're putting them in a box, and that's not their place.
We just had to ignore those women and move
Yeah,
forward.
they have
Correct,
to
right?
they have to be more to come out of that mindset
you're
that
correct.
box. They have to be open.
I say
and to
fuck
be
them
able
as
to
a
be
whole. We don't need you. It's enough women.
You're correct, but they become the masses now, based on
Not
what's going on.
not
with
not
social
primarily. They
media. Not
become
primary.
they become the masses to the men that are not where they're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And that goes back to what he was saying about when you're not in a position in life to where you have unlimited women at your disposal
could
whenever
choose.
you want, then that means that you now have to have a life of cold approaching and women playing games with you. And now you develop a disdain for them because they're gonna whip you left and right because you not where you supposed to be and you off your focus. Now, when you are able to have a certain level of finances, you control time, you control space, and you dictate everything that goes on around you. So you only have the type of women that she's talking about around
That's
you.
what she bring
And then those women that you're talking about don't exist anymore. They don't deserve any type of shout out, any acknowledgement, any nothing. If you don't believe you should be submissive or be a man's assistant to a man that deserves to have that for you,
Okay, that's up.
then you don't have a place.
Right.
You could just you are decay. We just have to let that go. They don't deserve no more shine. 2021 was the teaching of women and like putting it in podcasts and like putting it to where we define what submissive and femininity and all that stuff is. 2022 is the year and 2023 is the year of us just moving forward and saying we ain't got to talk about that no more. If you don't get it by now, you don't want to.
Facts.
So we don't need you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it.
Okay. Hey, so Dior,
Yeah.
what's your favorite physical feature on a man?
I just got one.
It could be multiple. I mean, but just you ain't gotta.
I gotta pick one.
Go down the list.
Yeah, you ain't. I mean, just give me
His
top three
top three.
physical features about a
About
man.
to say feet.
Oh, girl, that's number one.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what was number one?
Like his feet gotta be on. His feet gotta
That's
be
a
right.
first.
That's the first.
His
that's your
feet
top.
gotta be right.
That's
Like,
a
his feet
first.
gotta be right. But
What's right? You like the man going?
I like my man to go get his feet done and his nails done.
It's crazy because like
That's hygiene.
But I always thought, me personally, I always thought that was like feminine. You know? What I'm
No,
saying? So, like,
absolutely not. That means you care about yourself. That means you care about your body as a man. You care. Some females look at that, and if your feet looking like this and your corns is looking like, you think we finna? I want to get them things, put a sock on or something. I don't even want to see it. So, like, man, we cannot help you bring it to make it better. I don't want that, but yeah. So that would be
As a slippery
that's
slope.
your favorite physical feature.
Yeah.
Number one.
if his feet good. If his feet good, but I ain't have that problem anyways. But his chest, this part, his chest, because I love my man's chest.
What does that mean though? Like,
You
I
want his
just-
physical build up to be like you want a muscular frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to have a muscular frame. He can be 2'2". He can be a little 2-pick as long as he just nice. I mean, because we was just talking about this the other day. Like, I really don't have a style. Like, I don't have a type. There you go.
Type.
I really don't have a type. I go off of how you treat me as a woman. Like, I mean, I know women might be like, oh, no, girl, he gotta, I gotta have. No, I really go off of how you treat me, because somebody could be a certain way but treat you like a freaking queen and lay out that red carpet for you, but you could look over them before you, because you're so uptight and what you envision and what you want out of a man and what a man should be. So you're gonna miss out on that person showing you the queen you are. I don't want to miss out on it.
That's real.
That's really real.
Okay, and as far as the physical features, you can name 3. You can name 1.
Hair, because I love hair.
Yeah, that's why she always with the Nipsey.
Facial features, I love like chiseled kind of look. I don't even know how to explain it.
It's quite a strong jawline.
Yeah. And then just skin. I don't prefer any skin color, but like I like smooth skin. Somebody takes care of their skin. So those 3 things. What was the other question?
No,
that was it.
I feel like it was another part that she had.
favorite. No, she was just adding.
She was adding to it.
Like, as far as like the manicures and pedicures that men get, and me personally, like I said, like I see men get, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no judgment, just more like I couldn't see myself, put my feet,
Very
put my feet.
relaxing.
I mean, but it's like I'm gonna tell you this. I had a woman, you know what I'm saying, who did those stuff for me, to where like I didn't feel like the anxiety of going in all these other women in this room. I'm putting my foot in this bowl. And,
it's a different experience.
You know what I'm saying? When your woman do it,
Yeah.
I'm all, yeah, come on, baby, yeah, get them feet. Get them feet together. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like me, like, oh yeah, this is part of my budget.
It's part of my weekly routine.
Let me
Take
go
my ass to Ling Ling.
Let me go.
Get my shit done.
But
I just started recently though.
Going to Ling Ling.
I feel like with your woman,
Nah, bro, I play
makes it less
sports.
feminine.
I play sports.
No, I'm with you.
You feel me? So I just started like when I moved up here. Probably this about my 3rd year up here, 4th year up here. I just started like mainly going more consistently. But before that, I was on that type of time too. But now it's like I understand it, but I still can't get in the habit of it being like, every 2 weeks on the head, let's get there.
I mean, for a man,
It ain't like a haircut. Like a haircut.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
But
You're way more comfortable.
I feel like for a man, you don't have to go get like your nails and your
nails.
I mean your manicure and pedicure. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, I wasn't trying to call you.
no nails.
That's a step
that
too
I
far.
understand what you're talking about.
Okay,
I mean,
hold on real fast before you say that. Like, what about the shining? Like, some men get their nails buffed.
they-
to where
I don't mind that. I really don't. I don't really mind that. I don't because I feel like you just you putting a hardener over your nails. I don't really mind that. I mean, some people might go against it. And a lot of people might go against it. I don't really mind it, because if I look at your hands and your nails look good, y'all want them to touch you.
I get what you're saying.
Nails, cleaning.
I'm just saying though, like I really don't think, and to piggyback off of what you were saying, I'm sorry. You don't have to always do. You can do it once a month.
No,
like,
no,
you don't
I'm
have
saying
to
I
be
go,
like that,
I go, but as it being a routine, like a
Just make it
I
once
can't.
a month.
No, I go now because again, I was going to the damn foot doctor to get my stuff taken. I'm like, hold on, Ling them do all this for the low ski. I'm going to them right. So that's why I was going to the doctor actually, because I had insurance and all that, and just letting them. I'm like, man, Ling them do all that, shine you up, and hey, bro, I fell asleep in the chair one time with the chick that took me to go get them done. They thought it was funny to put the little shine polish. I wake up. I'm sitting here the whole time, right? I'm like, all right, my nails my toes ain't dry yet. I'm just waiting on them to dry. I'm sitting here. We about 30 minutes later. I'm like, yo, why they still shining? It's like, nah, y'all better get that off before I walk up out here.
That extra coat on there.
They had to take them off before y'all ain't getting paid. This got to come off or y'all ain't getting paid. Whatever y'all did, free.
Oh, man.
What's up? I don't go to sleep there no more, bro. Fell asleep in the chair.
Yeah, that metrosexual thing is at an all-time high right now.
No, I don't care nothing about that.
He's like,
I don't care nothing about that. I'm just saying me in general. I just thought I don't want my nails shining.
It's a slippery slope when we get to the manicure pedicure thing.
Right?
I feel like if you do it with your girl in the comfort of y'all crib,
Yeah.
Because but as many times as y'all done went to go see Ling Ling, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all just can't do it on y'allself, or y'all can but don't want to.
Yeah, no.
So if your man, if you know that he needs that in order for him to do what y'all want to do next, then just do it. That's the most simplest way to do it. It's not the nail salon.
I'm not touching.
I don't do feet.
I'm
baby.
not touching no feet.
Hey, that's on y'all. The first,
I'm going to
I'll pay
Ling
the
Ling,
money.
bro. Yeah, I'm going to Ling Ling.
the first
bro.
time that my girl ever did my feet was when I first started celebrity boxing. I didn't know that you had to put like an extra gelling strip inside of your wrestling shoes so that you don't mess your feet up. And I just had it like just on the regular ground. Fuck my feet up and came home and she had, I think it's called Epsom salt
Oh yeah, Epsom
Or-
salt in that warm water.
in the warm water in the little tub thing that
Yeah.
vibrates on the bottom. I don't know what that shit called.
Foot bath.
A whole bunch of feminine shit. But she got me right.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever got a manicure was when I modeled for Zaxby's. It was a hand modeling commercial. And I went to the manicure spot by myself. So I went to go see Ling Ling for the first time by myself. And that was not a comfortable environment for a man at all.
They go
So you
slide
feel
you.
awkward?
Yeah, it's extremely awkward to be in there. 9 times out of 10, when you go as a dude, you the only dude that's in there. 2, they really don't speak English in there.
None.
They don't.
Primarily not at all. So now it's awkward and you don't understand
The
nothing that they're
language
saying.
barrier.
You want to get this or that?
I don't know what either one of those are.
Mommy, let me get this one. Well, you need to get this one. Okay, whatever.
All right, whatever.
Just give me-
Yeah.
$5 more, you get
That's,
this.
by the time I left there, my 30 turned into 80.
Damn right.
And they were smiling. I was, man.
Yeah, they got
Then
you.
one of the
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, and
We know
I
they
took them
got
too.
you.
100 piece walking out.
Yes,
I said,
sir.
man, I ain't doing this no more. I was done in like 30 minutes. I said, man, $100 an hour, y'all whacking.
Whacking. Hey, that might be a business. Might
Right,
get into
tap in.
it.
Ling Ling, tap in.
Wifeable is your feet wifeable. Looking at it, let me stop playing. No, hey, so to the ladies that's in the room, I want to know, what do you think is more important in a relationship? And I got 4 different, options. You got trust, love, honesty, or understanding.
Trust.
So I can start with you, Jay.
Okay. Trust. Are we putting them in order? or
No,
what?
just
Okay.
that's what's the most important in a relationship out of those 4.
Trust and honesty. I think.
The most important, it got to be one though.
Oh,
you got
just one?
trust, love, honesty, or understanding.
Well, trust.
Trust. Okay, what about you, Dior?
Those are all 4 good ones.
Yeah, that's, we asked the good questions here.
I know. In my mind, I want to say loyalty, because somehow, now I could just be thinking crazy, but I want to say loyalty kind of works hand in hand with trust to me, because with loyalty, I don't even know how to get it out. I can't get it out for you guys. I'm sorry. I really
Are you a
can't.
monogamous woman?
Me?
Yeah, you monogamous or you poly?
Oh, so
She said, "Ooh,
I have been getting into poly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm new to the community or that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I do have friends that partake in that lifestyle, and I have asked those questions. We haven't really had those conversations, but it is an interest. It's an interest for me, but I still kind of have the battle of I just want mines
To you.
to myself. Yeah, because I still want that connection to be. I want before in the no offense, in the poly industry. I just want that time with him before he is given to someone else right now. Even though I know where he's going to be, I just want that time because I feel like I need that. I'm going to need that. And then for the monogamous side, am I right? What you said? I just want mine to myself.
So you want. So you would want
I don't
to
know
be
if I
with the
answered
guy
that right.
first, and then if you were to venture off into poly, you would have been with him for a while first, and then you can add somebody else to your group.
Yes, because I want us to make sure we on that same page. And then if I was just talking to this with my friend. If I want to have that option that we are going to have someone come in.
Exactly, y'all gonna have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't want it to be his decision or just solely his decision. I want it to be him and my decision. We
Yeah.
both like the person. We both can tolerate the person. We both can, be that for that person. I don't want it to be just it's his decision. I feel like I have to have a say so in it too because
Yeah.
I have to deal with her.
That's fair.
Right.
Okay.
That's fair.
So women, do you feel like you can truly be submissive to a man who makes less money than you?
I could if they can do other things
Like what?
that are beneficial.
Like what?
Build me a house or,
God damn, she said.
I mean, because there's other things that are, you can make money off of being able to build a house.
That's the most important thing to know how to do.
Yeah, and my man could build a house.
There we go. I
And
need to
fix
talk
the
to him.
electricity and the water. But anyway, yeah, because all those things, if you know how to do all that, you can make some money. So I don't think I would have a problem with somebody making less money than me.
Okay. What about you, Dior?
Somebody making less money than me.
Can you truly be submissive to that man?
If he treat me good, yeah, why not? That goes part of back to if you treat me good. Why would I not? I mean, he can have all the attributes like you said, building a house or anything, but it all goes down to how you treat me. If you treat me good, then yeah, it doesn't matter how much money you're bringing in. How much? If I got us, then we okay. Eventually, I feel like in a man's mind, he's not gonna want to stay in that position too long. Anyways, he's gonna want to get himself up out of it. So. Just give him some time and be his backbone.
Some grace.
Yeah.
And that's the contingency. Because where you meet him, if you allow that, not allow that relationship, but if you say to him that it is okay for him to be in that position when you first meet him, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to get out of that position. He's going to get comfortable because you're already his woman. You being his backbone is going to be 20 times harder because now you have to motivate him just to break even as a man.
So you feel like I'll be carrying him?
You're going to have to carry him in the beginning because he can't carry himself. A man
But what if that happens? What if he's already not? I'm not trying to take away from your question.
No, you
but
go
what if
ahead.
he's already substantial and say, for instance, something happens
like what?
and then he doesn't have that anymore? Am I gonna be like, because he makes less money more than me now, I'm not gonna hold us? I feel like that's
Something big has to happen for
a
that.
thin line. I feel like it's a thin line you can walk with that because it could be either this or that. It could be either here or there. That's how I feel with that.
Because let's be real, vigilante. Motherfuckers fall off every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it could be an accident that does it. It could be a job layoff that he has no control if he got a 9-to-5 type, or it could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all could just move from where y'all was comfortable at, St. Louis, whatever the case may be, and move to L.A. Like, shit ain't gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? The cost of living is way different. Like, it's a lot of.
No, those are people that still live on the grid and still are involved in the matrix of life. I'm gonna give y'all an example of something right quick. So with her man knowing how to build houses, he probably knows about this right here. So one of the easiest businesses that you can start in real estate is a HELOC business. So for those who don't know what a HELOC is, when you purchase a home, you live in that home for a year. You take that equity from that house, let's say it's $10,000 at the end of the year, and you get a HELOC. That's a home equity line of credit. You put a down payment on another house. You put tenants in that second house, and you refinance the first house for half the price. Now you have tenants that are paying for your house and the second house. So now you living for free. This only takes 2 to 3 years for you to do. This is one of the easiest businesses in the world to start. So outside of the 800 credit score that I give my girl, the 100K that she gets in business credit, and her name being on the deed, and her having the ability to start any business in the world that she wants to, I'm never going to be the person that agrees with the fact that people fall off, because I'm a man of infrastructure. When you come to me, my house is built on bricks and cement, metaphorically and physically. So we are not falling off. Is every day going to be the same as yesterday? No. But are we always going to be up? Yes.
Okay.
Because of me as a man, it's my job to make sure that we are always up. And that's what I'm going to do.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. You know, but I live in a space called reality, and in a perfect world, that's everybody have that same layout, but
No, they don't. That's why they're not there.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't the perfect world. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on their own journey to get to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? But in the perfect world, everybody have everything and everything.
No, people got to hold themselves accountable for the stuff that they didn't do. What I just said was a very short and minuscule plan that the average person that works as a cashier at McDonald's can do.
That takes 2 to 3 years.
That takes two, and that's a short amount of time.
But we talking about, and that's short to a woman. In a woman's eyes, she might be like, I ain't, no, 2 to 3 years. They ain't.
That's the wrong woman. That's
I
a very
agree.
that's a very concisive and what's the word, tangible plan. So if I say that to a woman, if I'm the cashier that's at McDonald's and she says that she's not willing to wait, she just did me a favor. Because now the woman that is supposed to be there, my Michelle Obama, my Beyonce, now she's about to slide in and be like, yo, that's a dope ass plan. And you know what she gonna do? She gonna say, matter of fact, I got a friend named Jay and her dude named Marcus builds houses. So now we can purchase all that land that's behind my cousin's house. And instead of us doing one house, we can do 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
I most definitely.
Flip.
I'm not making no excuses for nobody.
Yeah,
And I'm never going to.
that's real.
Get on your shit. Stay on your shit. That's it.
That's just like that.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So to the ladies, I want to know, what are y'all toxic traits?
Mine is, well, my biggest one that I need to work on even more is my emotional maturity.
Emotional.
Because I do have patience, but when I run out of patience, it's a scary sight sometimes.
You get crazy.
Yeah.
So kind of like give me an example of emotional maturity.
Just being able to, I guess, control your emotions, really. Just control them so that there's never any big outbursts,
Yep.
what have you.
So you was saying like the Aquarius traits aren't really like a big deciding factor, right? But are you the type that's gonna get mad and hold it in until you blow?
Well, so me personally, sometimes I won't full on say what the problem is, but I'll
You'll hint
hint.
at it.
I'll make
Yeah.
hints and I'll
Right?
make
but if that
constant
person
hints.
Doesn't
catch
pick up
on those
hints,
Yep.
you go off one day
Yeah.
out of nowhere just for whatever reason
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
Depending on the
same way,
situation,
though.
yeah.
I just wanted to find out.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way. I'll let it go. I'll keep letting it
I'm
go.
like,
I was,
okay,
hey,
I
yo,
said
chill. Yo, chill. Chill. And then
Right.
one day you just going to
Boom.
catch me and you're going to get it all.
Yeah,
One
that's it.
time, but you're going to feel like, why you tripping, man? It's just this. It's like,
Right,
it's
no.
a pattern.
Is that in
Remember
August?
6 months ago?
Is that August? Y'all birthday in August?
January.
January?
Mine February.
January, February.
Okay.
I'm late
I
January.
say because my stepdad is the exact same way.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Boom,
That
you're
right
gonna
there.
get everything at
All
one
of
time.
it.
Because what I like to make sure that before I address it, it's a habit or a pattern. So when I address it, you're not going, nah, it's a one-off, because people have bad days, things happen,
Yeah.
et cetera, right?
Yeah.
But me watching it happen consistently, I'm going, no, there's something you're doing I don't like, and I'm going to address it now. I've got enough to see that that's something that's reoccurring. It's something that's in your DNA. It's something that you're consistently doing. Now I'm going to address it, right? But if, like, I don't like just flying off the handle because you made me mad right then, right? Because we might be having a bad day. I might look at the situation wrong. I might be. So sometimes I let me see if this will happen.
Process it.
Right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
so when I address it, I know I feel strongly about the
About that,
situation, and
yeah.
I know why I feel strongly about the situation.
Yep.
I'm not just emotional.
Yeah.
No, that makes
And
perfect
then
sense.
sometimes I realize too, like sometimes I will, like actually something happened on 4th of July. We got into a
Here we
slight
go.
argument.
Story time.
Because we were supposed to be going to one place or whatever, and I guess I never specified who the people were. It was mostly guys. But we were going together though. But I didn't specify. So he had asked me a question like, because he had to work early, I guess. He was like, are you staying there tonight or, what are you doing? So I didn't realize that I never specified it was mostly dudes. So when he said that, I'm like, you think I'm going to stay with all these niggas? Like, what do you mean? So I got mad as shit about that because I'm like, what? And then I already felt like he had a slight attitude from when we first met anyway that day.
That day,
So I kept saying little stuff like, okay, you acting kind of weird, blah, blah, blah. So then by the time we got to this thing, I was irate. I slammed the door and everything. I said, blah, 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 slam, like all type of stuff.
It's
So
almost like it disrespected your character by
Yeah.
asking you the question.
yeah,
right?
but then I realized like days after, I'm like, oh shit, I don't even know if he knew
That it
whose
was gonna
house
be
we were
that.
going to.
Yeah.
That's that toxic shit right there.
So yeah.
I mean, it's
So
not
that's
really
it.
that bad. That's it's not fair,
Yeah.
but I'm
But you can fix
appreciative of the fact that you're aware
Yeah.
and that you're working on it.
Yeah.
That's a slippery slope of a situation because you wasn't right, but you wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
What
Do
about
you
you?
ever revisit that type of stuff, like the problem in general? Do y'all ever like? Because we like to sweep stuff under the rug and just keep it pushing, right?
Did y'all readdress
Yeah,
that?
we did after sweeping on the road for like a whole week, but we just addressed it. Actually, that was like 2 days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. And he was just explaining like I didn't know whose house we were going to, so I wasn't meaning it like that. And then I had already decided by then. I'm like, okay, I don't think I ever mentioned whose house we were going to.
So what was the actual problem?
The problem was that, well, one, the day wasn't going as planned because we went to one event. It was mostly kids. We don't have kids. So it was like, okay, screw that. Then,
So y'all was trying to find shit to do for the 4th.
yeah. So then we got invited to this other event. And, I was telling him about it, but I never said it was such and such and such and such. I'm not going to put their name out there. But, so their party or whatever. So he had no idea that it was,
Like a lot of
mostly
guys.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thoughts, I thought I had mentioned it. Well, I was on the phone. I was in the car with him when I was on the phone with the guy that invited us. So I automatically just thought he would know, like, okay, it's some dudes. Should talk to a dude. But he didn't. So, but when he said, "Oh, are you staying there?" I just was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?"
He wasn't staying with you?
No, he wasn't. No. So he was asking, was I staying there because he didn't know. I guess he didn't know if I was going to stay there late or what. But he has to work really early in the morning. So I would have probably gotten a ride with Kate.
Was you planning on staying? Like, would y'all not
No.
leaving together?
No, I didn't plan on staying at all. But he usually leaves stuff earlier than me because he works early. I don't work that early.
That sounds like a petty jab that he just threw, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking too.
sound
But
like a
then when he
petty
was
jab.
like, he didn't even know it was dudes. I'm like, okay, so maybe it was a petty jab, but it just wasn't the kind of petty jab I thought
That
it
you
was.
thought it was going to
Yeah.
he hit you with the left hand instead of the right hand.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what it
So,
sounded
but
like.
yeah.
So Dio, what about you? What's some of your toxic traits?
I don't have a poker face. I wear all of my emotions on my shoulders.
Yes.
It's
Is that
hard
really
for
toxic though?
it can be because somebody might not know how to take me.
It's
Meaning,
you though.
It depends on if her feelings are valid or not. I mean, if she got a reason to be upset, she shouldn't have to hide it. It all depends on how you delegate it.
yeah.
Are you bad at delegating?
Not necessarily, but I feel like when I'm trying to tell or express myself to someone, they don't listen. They only really want either to get their point across because they want to feel like they have. How can I say? When you have like an alpha female, alpha male, they want to. I feel like they want to dominate everything, and I'm an alpha female, so you have to meet me in the middle. Like, how can we agree to disagree, or can we work something out? Can we come to a common ground?
Okay, all right, real fast.
And I bump heads because I'm an alpha female. I bump heads with alpha men all the time because it's never.
I said that earlier.
It's no in between for us.
Yep.
And I, as a female, because I know how and I understand how to be submissive, I really just be wanting to figure out how can we come to an agreement and
and be
move
peaceful.
forward
Yep.
and move forward. But on the male side, I feel like it's more of a no, you got to do it this way.
If you don't get it done this way, we're not going to have peace.
Right. And
It's my
so,
way or no way.
Or
No way is
nowhere.
okay.
There you
yeah,
go.
so I feel like I don't know how to control my anger and my poker face when that goes on
Yep.
because that really does something to me on the inside. It makes me feel like I'm not being heard.
So let me ask you something, Dio. What's the
And
alpha,
I-
alpha female?
Me?
Nah, I mean, because it's a.
I mean,
term
I'm
that's
just very strong, dominant. I like to control what I can control. Now, what I can't control, that's out of my control, then I leave that to the man above. But
How do you decide that though? I think that's what's important. Because like you think you can control everything.
I feel you
for the
on
most
that.
part, right?
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. But I feel like I don't know. This is gonna probably sound weird and off the chart for you guys, but I really go off of my vibes. I listen to my inner voice. I really go off of that in everything that I do.
All right, so let me. I'm glad you said that because it is a difference between your interference, which could be that inner voice, and your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Which is like your gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been victim of it, and that's what I'm saying. I'm spiritual, so I understand. I've been controlled by my interference more than my intuition, and then therefore that's why I was in certain situations.
No, these feelings, I be feeling it in my chest, like it be coming from my chest. I can't explain. It's coming from my gut all the way up to my chest. Like it's almost feeling like it's up to my neck gonna choke me or something like that. So I pay attention to that a lot. And I'm gonna say I feel what you're saying, but that has gotten me pretty well off just really listening to myself. Because when I didn't listen to myself, it was situations and things that I didn't want to come across of or partake in or do or indulge in or come across of a type of person, individual, anything. I just don't want to let that in. So, yeah.
Okay.
In normal situations, I would probably agree with what you're saying. But when you add up everything that she's been saying this entire time, her being open to poly, her wanting to understand her man's mind, her knowing that the man has the dominant role, if that one alpha that's not that type of alpha, but that type of alpha will be the perfect alpha, that'll be perfect for her situation. She just wants to feel heard. That's one of the simplest things in the world. You can be super dominant. You can be super well off. If you lose your ability to hear people, then you become Kanye.
Well, I don't know. I don't think Kanye identifies like an alpha male.
He's definitely an alpha male.
Nah, I mean he did wife up a stripper and a porn star.
That don't have nothing to do with being alpha or not.
Shit, I mean, well, okay, it has
Probably
everything to
thought it
do.
could change
It has everything
Man,
to do with
just
being
nasty,
a simp.
man.
It has everything to do with being a simp.
It has everything to do with him being who he is.
Right.
That's just him.
That's what I'm saying.
That ain't got nothing to do with being no simp.
Yeah, I would. You know,
I mean,
but
if I'm
That's
gonna tell you
actually-
this, I'm gonna tell you this.
That might be the opposite, to be honest, because if you can get somebody that's like Kim, and you can look in the world's face and say, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. This is what I'm gonna do. Ain't nothing more alpha than that.
Man, come on, man. You talking about the same Kanye who was crying online, talking about how his wife going around with Pete Davidson and
Yeah, that's after though. He has a family now.
But it's still like it's the principle of putting the wrong woman in position. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody.
But how do you know,
I think
though?
She was
everybody
already in
been,
position.
how do you know
Nah, I'm
what's
talking
the
about as a
right
wife.
woman, though? How
Yeah,
do you
and
know
for
what's-
him,
Yeah, well, how do you know what's
that
the
was a
right
happy marriage for a long time.
man. You don't know these people, man. You
I
don't
mean,
know.
none of us do, but none of us do. But if you have 4 kids with somebody and you guys remain married the entire time, there's a lot more happiness than unhappiness going on in the house.
I think
Maybe not in the industry,
There
though.
might be some arrangements.
I think it's
in
a lot
real
more sex
life.
going
Real.
on.
Nah,
There might be
this
some
is really simple math. If you're married to somebody and y'all have 4 kids and you guys are married the entire time and you live your life in front of the public, if you were that sad, everybody would be able to see it.
We could see it. Did you see how
Yeah.
Kanye's looked miserable almost the whole marriage?
No.
Well, not assuming that, right? I'm just speaking
I
from
don't
the
think so.
aspect, right, of that makes them no different from an actor, right? You know, once they walk out the door, it's public, right? So the show starts when they walk out the door in general.
If I hadn't
As
been
we
in like
see.
30 movies, then I would probably agree with you.
As we can see
You don't
behind
think so?
closed doors,
No.
it wasn't working out because they're divorced. So.
My point is that. I mean,
I just know for me in general, like I said, I've been in for 16 plus, 17 plus. I just know it wasn't the whole way. It wasn't that. You know what
Wasn't
I'm
what?
It wasn't happiness. It wasn't.
It
like,
couldn't have been if they got divorced.
No,
I'm
he
talking
talking
I'm
about
just
about
saying
myself.
me in general.
Oh, for the most part, I think
Right.
that it was. Otherwise, there's no such thing as the marriage.
There wasn't.
Yeah, there was. They had to get married. Your information is inaccurate. They had to get married for them to have a marriage.
They didn't even have to love each other to get married. If they both have enough amount of money that they think that they could, get
you need
together,
$50 in the courthouse. I'm
Right.
just saying, be real, right? They don't.
Y'all
have to
are
have
talking
all
bottom of the
money.
barrel right now. This
But I'm
is-
just no. We
This is
just
so
talk about it.
disrespectful to somebody like Kanye. This is so disrespectful.
We just talk about it in general. She say, get married, they need to have a lot of money. They really just need $50.
No, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
all right, hey, so while I'm gonna do something a little different today. We haven't done this with any of the group show settings, but I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna debut it tonight, and it's gonna be the kick of the show. And
Cool.
before we conclude it, so it's a segment called This or That. So Dio, I'm gonna start with you, and then Jay, I'm gonna come to you. All right, so. So basically you're gonna have an advantage because you're gonna hear all the this or that questions that she gonna have to be put on the spot. And then so you ready for this or that?
Let's play go.
All right, so when I ask you these questions, I want you to talk about no both. I don't want you talking about don't give me another answer that I'm like, what? Just give me this or that, all right? All right, cool. So, clean shaved or bearded?
What?
Clean
Clean
shaved
shave or beard?
or bearded?
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, yeah.
SAT question you just gave us. Right?
Beard.
Okay. Taller than or shorter than?
Taller than.
Older than or younger than?
Older than.
Hairy or not hairy?
I'm gonna say here. I need a man. Make sure he manly.
Protector or provider?
Ooh.
Got him.
I can't say both.
No, you can't say both.
Protector or provider? Ooh, gosh, why I put that one neck and neck? I can't even answer that one. That one's tricky.
Okay, so, I mean, at any moment, any question I don't feel comfortable with, I can say pass. So just say pass.
I'm gonna say provider,
Okay. 9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
entrepreneur,
Masculinity or looks?
masculinity.
Rappers or athletes?
Neither. Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or you
Okay.
can pass.
Pass.
Interracial relationships or same race relationships?
Pass.
Damn, she passing everything. Wine or tea?
Wine.
Talking on the phone or FaceTiming?
FaceTime.
A creative first date or an expensive first date?
Creative first date.
Matching fits or color coordinated?
I like matching fits.
Lighter complexion or darker complexion?
Dark chocolate. Dark
Smoker or drinker?
smoker.
Hickeys or sexting?
Pass.
Doggy style or missionary?
Pass.
Squirt or creamer?
Oh, Jesus. You just keep hitting me. Repeat that.
Squirt or creamer?
Pass.
I was about to say, you going to pass the other two and answer that one?
Last one. Oral or anal?
Ooh, pass.
All right, so that was this or that, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel free to pass whatever, you know what I'm saying? I know you in a relationship, so you probably gonna pass all those. So I don't know, we know, who knows? So you ready for this or that?
Yeah.
And don't feel offended. These questions we ask all the women, you know what I'm saying?
None taken. It was fine.
All right, cool. This or that. Clean shaved or bearded?
Beard,
Taller than or shorter than?
taller,
Older than or younger than?
older,
Hairy or not hairy?
hairy,
Protector or provider?
provider, because providers can provide protection.
Okay. 9 to 5 entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur,
Masculinity or looks?
masculinity,
Rappers or athletes?
athletes.
Interracial relationships or same race relationships?
Now, same race.
Wine or tea?
Wine,
Talking on the phone or FaceTime?
FaceTiming,
A creative first date or an expensive first date?
creative,
Matching fits or color coordinated?
color coordinated.
Lighter complexion or darker complexion?
I don't really care, but we'll say for the sake of the people that I've been dating, we'll say lighter.
Okay. Smoker or drinker?
Smoker,
Hickeys or sexting?
pass,
Doggy style or missionary?
pass,
Squirt or creamer?
pass,
Oil or anal?
pass.
All right, okay. Well, before we conclude the show, man, I'm gonna go around and have y'all feedback that y'all not just y'all experienced the show. Tell us a little bit about the experience, what y'all thought about it, and then we gonna get to social medias and get up out of here. So start with you, Dior. What do you think about the show, Wifeable?
Well, it was very fun. I had a great time with everyone. It was my first one. I didn't know what to expect, but I definitely expected greatness, and I was around greatness. So that was amazing. Outside of that, yeah, it was wonderful. I liked everybody's vibe. Everybody's pretty cool and chill and laid back. I definitely like everybody's points of views and perspectives that they shared. That was very eye opening. So outside of that, yeah, everything's good.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah, I did. I listening to these perspectives, it had me shaking my head like, a couple of things. But I will be going back and kind of like, probably thinking more about on the conversation and reflecting. I do that a lot. I reflect after I have conversations.
Okay. What about you, Jay?
So I learned a couple of things actually, especially about the gifts of service thing being one of the top two all the time for men. And I think that's one of the biggest things I learned.
Or just overall feedback of the show?
And the show's dope. I feel like, he's dead now, so I'm not, shouting him out. So Kevin Samuels, I feel like this is what he tried to do, but just ruder. And I feel like y'all are doing a way better job of what I feel like he was trying to do.
Appreciate that. And actually, like, I know when I started the show, I wanted to be most definitely 180 of what Kevin Samuels represented, because like when he died, people like his women hate that man so, you know what I'm saying, they never met him, but they just seen from whatever, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, I'm like, dang, I ain't trying to be put in that light, you know what I'm saying. Like, I love women, you know what I'm saying. And so I was like, nah, when I started the Wifeable podcast, I was like, I ain't gonna criticize them, I ain't gonna change them, I'm just gonna accept them for who they are. And if they, wifeable, they wifeable. If not, because at first I used to tell women at the end of the show
Whether they was wife.
yeah, whether they was wifeable. Then when I seen like after like
The reaction of it.
2-3 of them, and then I was like, you ain't wifeable. They were like, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, nah, I got to let the viewers say that, because you know what I'm saying. That way they ain't looking at me like in that same light. So and then actually my guy right here, man, Vigilante. What you call yourself, man? Go ahead and tell the people what you call yourself.
What, the high value Sigma male?
No, just Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels' grandson. So yeah, when I saw what was going on with Kev, shout out to Kev, shout out to my guy Andrew Tate, shout out to everybody that's a part of the Manosphere. I loved everything that they were doing. Me and Kev have a lot of similarities, but one of the differences between me and him is our harshness. So I agree with 90% of the points. I agree with 90% of the points that he was making. I grew up with 5 sisters. So there is a certain delivery that you have to have when you talk to females in order for them to be able to understand what you're saying. So I think that's what it was. I think that Kev's presence was extremely needed, and he played a purpose, and I'm glad that he did what he did. That was another reason why I was hesitant to come into the space. For those who don't know, I've been on over 300 platforms, and I've always been offered the opportunity to do so. But when he passed away, similar thing, when I seen women celebrating his death, I didn't want to go into that space because of that. And when DJ Money Now asked me to become a co-host on his show, that was definitely a conversation that we had about how we were going to go about doing it. I didn't want to just let the women talk about what they felt made them wifeable, because I really don't give a damn about that. I wanted to give them more feedback on what they wanted out of their life. If you want this, understand that this comes with this. And if you want this, understand this comes with this. If you don't care to hear it, get the hell up. Get the hell out. We got other fish to fry. So that was just the way that was. And then we have that great contrast of us doing that.
Yeah, because me, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I give a woman what she earns. Shit, at the end of the day, I ain't trying to change you. I'm just trying, either you going to be something to play with or something to stay with. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. And I don't have the time to try to fix you and change you to the woman I want you to be. Either you going to be that woman or you're not. And
Absolutely.
So it's a job, though, right?
It's a job trying to change them.
No, I mean in general, right? You're giving a woman a position. Right, in your life. That's just kind of how I see it, right? So I want her to have majority of the intangibles that I want to do the job, and then outside of that, we can build together. You know what I'm saying? So if you have an assistant, come on, I'm going to show you how to do the job, and then from there, your input and all the things that help do what we do together, that's what makes the team at that point, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a job, right? So when you kind of looking for that person you're going to put in position to be your side or the person that's with you, you got to filter that for the same way, like as if you filtering for a job. You know what I'm saying? Look, I need this, not of it. But more so, I think the biggest problem is when you tell people what you're looking for. A lot of the times, everybody So I can go for a job if you don't have all the qualities. No, I can do that. I got the. So it's kind of the same thing when you're having those conversations about what you're looking for in a person or whatever it is. So you like always kind of leave a little bit off the list. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me see who you are actually. Because if I tell you everything I'm looking for, you know exactly what to be.
What to
You,
be?
you feel, you
Yeah.
feel like,
Act like-
they're going to act like what you want them instead of being their authentic self.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's hard to fake reality too, though, right?
Yep.
So like what happens is also, I'll give you a little tidbit of what I learned throughout the relationship is that the biggest thing is that when a person has to go on not being themselves truly, they'll get more agitated as time passes that they have to be someone else.
Absolutely, I agree.
So those little things that might not have been a problem before, or whatever the case is, you may see them having more of an attitude or more of a this. It's because they have to be more of somebody that they're not truly, genuinely, you know. So if you're around them more, maybe y'all were in a relationship and the way the relationship was before, you only spend a certain amount of time
Time
around
with each
that
other,
person. Then something changes and you spend more time
More time
around
with
that
them.
person. That person has to be someone else longer.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to really see. So the biggest thing I got out of this is that throughout that time that I was in a relationship, the timing didn't allow for me to even put pressure on the relationship to see if it could withstand.
Yep.
You know, it was just more so about how I was maneuvering and ripping and running. I was so busy doing this, doing that, taking care of stuff, providing, etc. I didn't look at what I really was trying to get out of the relationship. And at the time when I did look at it, that's when it becomes you've been so long. It's been so long with you doing things this way, and now all of a sudden it's a problem, and it's because you wake up and you kind of understand. I've been getting shorted at the short end of the stick. I've been
Yes, sir.
putting X amount of time and effort into this, and this is, if you really look at it, you go back, this isn't a bargain for me, right? You go, damn. Yeah, we all want love, but that love it ain't at that cost where you willing to pay whatever for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you want a fair bargain, right? Like, so if it's about relationships, so at the end of the day, I explained it too, right? At heart, I'm a hopeless romantic, ideally.
That's what
right?
I was saying earlier. When I said you're a
Ideally.
relationship man. That's
Yeah.
that's what you are. You a hopeless
Ideally.
romantic.
I
Yep.
like the thought of it, but
Yep, here
the
we go.
gestures and things of that nature. But it has to be genuine, right? Not manufactured. So if I'm telling you everything I like, then you're not the person for me because we're not going to connect.
Yeah.
You need to understand what type of person I am and the things that make me happy because that's what I do for a woman in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We're gonna have a dope episode of Female Olive for sure.
Most definitely.
It's about to be
most
hard.
So before we get up out of here, go ahead, Dior. Tell the people where they can follow you on social media and any last things you want to say.
Just want to say thank you for having me on your platform. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My IG is K Davali. That is CAYYDAVALI. And tune in. I'm an entrepreneur, so tune in. I mean, I'm doing a lot of things right now.
That's what's up. Glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. It was a blessing.
And then you.
So I've got two. My main page is going to be JAIMECHE _. And then me and my cousin also have a media page, which is DripMag, DRIPPMAG.
Okay. And J Boy. I'll tell people they can follow
What's
you.
happening? You can find me at Dice Mob on everything. DICEMOBB, 2 B's at the end. On every platform.
And my guy Vigilante.
Vigilante LOM on everything. VIGILANTELOM on everything.
And as for me, you know what I'm saying, y'all can follow me everywhere, man, at STL Money Now, you know what I'm saying? Hardly Home, but always repping, man. STL Repper, ATL Stepper, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Thanks for tuning in to the Wifeable Podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you want to be on the show, go ahead, DM us at the Wifeable Podcast, you know what I'm saying? And we go from there, man, with the details, and you can reserve your slot. So with that being said, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Shout out to all my guests we had in the building. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we up out of here, y'all. Let's get it.
Peace.
Yep.